Asterisk, welcome back to Kindness Stories, where every story reminds us that grace, courage, and resilience can be found in the most unexpected people. Asterisk, the music thumped, lights twinkled like stars, and laughter echoed through the school gymnasium, transformed for one magical night into the prom everyone had been waiting for. Students spun on the dance floor in glittering dresses and sleek tuxedos, smiles glowing with the excitement of youth and the dream that maybe, just maybe, the night would turn into a fairy tale. Asterisk, but not for everyone. Asterisk, in the corner of the room, near the refreshments table, stood a girl no one really noticed, at least not yet. Her name was Amina. She was new, quiet, mysterious, and different in more ways than the crowd around her could appreciate. Asterisk, Amina had transferred to Millstone High just 2 months ago. She was a senior, but had already learned to keep her head down. Her dark skin, braided hair, and soft West African accent made her stand out in this mostly white suburban school. She wasn't shy, just cautious. Too many schools, too many stares, too many whispers. She didn't want trouble. She wanted to graduate, maybe get a scholarship, and leave behind the world that never really knew what to do with her. Asterisk, but trouble, it seemed, had a way of finding her anyway. Asterisk, the moment she walked into the gym that evening in her sleek silver gown and soft heels. Whispers started. Asterisk, who is she? Asterisk, where's she even from? Asterisk, did someone invite her? Asterisk, she didn't answer anyone. She walked in alone, stood in the back, and simply observed, the sparkling disco ball reflected in her eyes. Her lips curved into the faintest smile. Maybe this night would be okay. Maybe she blended just enough to enjoy it. Asterisk, that hope lasted exactly 5 minutes. Asterisk, across the room, a group of popular girls huddled by the photo booth, eyeing Amina like she was a puzzle they didn't want to solve. Madison, the self-proclaimed prom queen even before the crown was placed on her head, narrowed her eyes. Asterisk, I bet she bought that dress from a thrift store. She sneered, sipping her mocktail. Asterisk, you mean stole it? Her friend Jessica laughed. Bet she doesn't even go here. Asterisk, she doesn't belong here, Madison said, but maybe we can fix that. Asterisk, their eyes glinted with cruelty, the kind that grows not from insecurity, but entitlement. The kind that thinks kindness is weakness and difference is threat. Asterisk, Amina turned away and tried to blend into the wall, hoping they'd just ignore her. But high school cruelty is rarely so kind. Asterisk, later that night, as the slow songs played and couples danced under the dim lights, Madison made her move. She approached Amina with a wide smile that didn't reach her eyes. Asterisk, hi, we haven't really talked, but I'm Madison, she said, as if her name were supposed to mean something. You look shiny. Asterisk, thank you, Amina replied quietly. Asterisk, you know, there's a tradition here. Madison continued, new girls have to do something special at prom. It's just a little fun, a dance-off. You up for it? Asterisk, Amina looked at her. It wasn't the request. It was the tone, the crowd that had started to gather, the way people were pulling out their phones. Something felt wrong. Still, she nodded. She wasn't afraid, just tired. Asterisk, the DJ changed the song to something fast and loud. Amina stepped into the middle of the floor. Madison smirked and began her routine. Over-exaggerated moves meant more to mock than impress. People laughed. Some clapped. Then they all turned to Amina. Asterisk, she didn't dance. Asterisk, she stood still. Asterisk, then Madison took it one step further. Asterisk, she moved close and whispered loud enough for others to hear. Maybe you should just go back where you came from. Asterisk, in one swift motion, Madison grabbed the strap of Amina's dress and yanked it hard. Asterisk, the fabric tore. Asterisk, gasps filled the room. Laughter followed. Phones recorded. Asterisk, Amina's face didn't flinch. Her eyes scanned the room. She looked at Madison for a long moment, calm as ever. Asterisk, then she turned and walked out. Asterisk, silence followed her. For a beat, then the noise resumed. Laughter, jokes, cruel hashtags posted in seconds. Another girl broke in. Another win for the queen bees of cruelty. Asterisk, or so they thought. Asterisk, what no one knew, what not a single person in that gym understood, was that Amina had a secret, one she had worked hard to keep. Asterisk, she was a national boxing champion. Asterisk, back home, she had trained since the age of 6 under her father, a former Olympic coach. She didn't fight for fun. She didn't fight for fame. She fought to survive, to protect herself, to control the storm inside. Asterisk, but she had left that world behind, or tried to. Asterisk, she never wanted to be the fighter here. She just wanted to be normal, a student, a girl going to prom. Asterisk, that night, she didn't go home crying. Asterisk, she didn't break. Asterisk, she went to her room, changed into her workout clothes, and went to the gym. Asterisk, the next morning, her knuckles were bruised from hitting the bag, her breath steady, her mind sharp. Asterisk, she walked into school wearing her uniform like armor. People stared, some laughed. Madison and her crew were already talking about the next prank. Asterisk, but then something strange happened. Asterisk, Coach Daniels, the school's wrestling coach, saw Amina in gym class. Asterisk, she was partnered with a boy who laughed when she asked to switch. He wasn't cruel, just arrogant. Asterisk, during a warm-up drill, Amina moved, fast, fluid, controlled. Asterisk, in a blur, she flipped the boy. Asterisk, the room went silent. Asterisk, Coach Daniels walked over. Asterisk, where'd you learn that? Asterisk, Amina shrugged. Back home. Asterisk, you ever boxed? Asterisk, she hesitated a little. Asterisk, Coach Daniels raised an eyebrow. Come to tryouts tomorrow. I want to see what you can do. Asterisk, at first, she wasn't sure, but something in her stirred. Asterisk, she showed up. Asterisk, by the end of the week, she had broken 3 school records. Asterisk, by the end of the month, she was the first female captain of the boys' boxing club. Asterisk, and soon, the whole school knew. Asterisk, Madison and her friends watched from the sidelines as the weird girl they mocked became a legend. Asterisk, but Amina never gloated. Asterisk, she never posted revenge photos, never taunted anyone, never responded to the online jokes. Asterisk, she trained, she studied, she carried herself with quiet strength. Asterisk, then came the biggest match of the year against a rival school with a brutal reputation. The gym was packed. Parents, students, teachers, everyone came to see the mystery girl fight. Asterisk, Madison sat in the front row, her expression unreadable. Asterisk, the bell rang. Asterisk, Amina stepped into the ring. Asterisk, her opponent was taller, heavier, and loud. Asterisk, Amina said nothing. Asterisk, the match began. Asterisk, it lasted 1 round. Asterisk, Amina moved like poetry. Precision, grace, power. Asterisk, 1 clean uppercut, and the opponent was down. Asterisk, the crowd erupted. Asterisk, but Amina didn't raise her fists. She just helped the other girl up, nodded, and stepped out of the ring. Asterisk, the next day, Madison found her locker. Asterisk, for the first time, she didn't mock. Asterisk, I'm sorry, she whispered. Asterisk, Amina looked at her, studied her. Asterisk, then, gently, she said, you don't have to be sorry, just be better. Asterisk, Madison nodded. Asterisk, and walked away. Asterisk, the school changed after that. Asterisk, students started stepping in when they saw bullying. Asterisk, the administration enforced stricter anti-harassment rules. Asterisk, and Amina, she got a full scholarship to a top university for sports psychology. Asterisk, she never once threw a punch outside the ring. Asterisk, but her strength rewrote the story. Asterisk.